Hello, hello there, Libra, Libra moon or Libra rising. Today I felt inspired to do a relationship reading in lieu of Valentine's Day. So I decided to do a stop, start, and continue reading for relationships. So let's see what Leo needs to stop doing in relationships. Leo needs to start doing in relationships. And Leo needs to continue doing in relationships. So the first card that Leo needs to stop doing. So the Hermit is part of the Major Arcana. So Major Arcana cards usually deal with major life's events and changes. So this is an important part of your love and relationship journey right now, but it's telling you that you're going to need to stop maybe secluding yourself. The Hermit's usually about introspection. It's usually about meditation, learning to connect with the divine. So in order for you to end up becoming the beacon of light for others. But if it's in the reverse position, that means sometimes it means that you're blocking maybe that energy, or maybe you're doing that energy too much. So this makes me inclined to think that maybe you're taking a little bit too much time on your own and actually becoming the Hermit, as opposed to maybe putting yourself out there. This would make most sense if you're, say, looking for a love relationship right now. Maybe you are staying at home and, you're sticking to yourself and you're not maybe being social and outgoing. And so if you were hoping to find a love relationship, you're going to have to take yourself out of seclusion in order for this to manifest, or for you to attract someone. I mean, I know it's possible that someone might knock on your door, might be the mailman or the delivery person or the next door neighbor, but to increase your odds to meet someone that you are really interested in, it would help for you to maybe get out of your seclusion, get out of the state of hermitness, and maybe go outside and start meeting people. If you are in a relationship, it's also saying to maybe stop retreating and stop maybe taking a step back and not communicating with your partner. Communication is probably one of the biggest factors in a love relationship. And if you retreat and kind of keep things on your own, it could be because you're a Libra, you want to keep the peace and you want to keep everybody happy and you don't necessarily want to have any arguments. But at the same time, if you retreat, the other person doesn't know what you're thinking, doesn't know what you're feeling. And sometimes that might negatively affect the relationship. They might start overthinking what's going on and maybe creating a problem that doesn't actually exist. So this card, whether you're in a relationship or not, is saying come out of seclusion, show up a little bit, and allow yourself to be seen and heard. In the start position, this is interesting. So this is the Five of Pentacles. So generally when I look at this card, it's telling me that, well, fives are usually about conflict and maybe struggle. Pentacles are about finances and stability. And this particular card, when I usually read it, it's about you're allowing yourself to struggle, but you're not realizing that there's people inside what seems to be a church that are there to help you. So if you're doing it all alone, there's people there to help you. So I think this is saying for you to start looking and recognizing that you're not doing this all alone, especially if you're already in a relationship, that it's a partnership, that I was speaking with other signs about going in and doing things on your own and having things be a burden. Well, I think that you have to recognize that there are people that are willing to help you, especially in a partner. They want to maybe know your fears, your struggles, your aspirations, like anything that's challenging you, your partner would love to most likely share with you. And I think that this card is saying that instead of taking all of the burdens in on your own, maybe allow the people that are around you to help you out. That especially in your material world. So maybe you're stressed out about your finances. Well, maybe your partner doesn't know that you're stressed out about your finances, and maybe they're willing to help you out, or maybe it's time to move in together, or maybe there's another way out, but it's time to stop retreating, kind of like as this card is saying, and keeping everything in, and instead to maybe open up and share with the people that you are in a love relationship with, what's going on, so that maybe there's another way. Maybe there's a way out. If you're not in a relationship, I think this is also saying that maybe someone that you know might be willing to help you find somebody. Do people know that you're looking for a relationship? Do people know what type of man that you're interested in? Do you know what type of or man or woman or significant other that you're hoping for? Have you even defined this? Once you've made a clear declaration to the universe, maybe it's time to share this with friends, family, people to help you out, because sometimes just allowing other people to know what you are looking for, they get even more excited to play matchmaker and help you find it. So you don't need to take the burden of finding love or being open to a love relationship. Take that burden on your hands. Know that people are around you, willing, able to help you. And this could also mean that maybe it's time for you to get a matchmaker, or maybe it's time for you to get a coach to see if there's any limiting beliefs or blocks that's preventing you from finding someone. This is saying that there is help for you if you need it. You just have to ask. So the final card that I have in the continue position is the Nine of Pentacles in reversed. So upright, this card is kind of about full abundance. It's quite a nice card. She seems to have everything she wants. She has, the woman sign on her gown. So it's like about femininity and abundance and fertility and financial, but like everything's just flourishing here. But in the reverse position, it's kind of like you're blocking things flourishing. But sometimes with block cards, so block or reverse cards, I usually tend to think of them as something that's blocked, internal or external. But sometimes it also means reverting back to the previous card because that lesson has yet to be learned. So the previous card to this one is the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is kind of like the apprentice card. So I would say maybe it is to continue being an apprentice to love. It's to continue learning and exploring. You don't know it all. You don't know the right answer for everything. You don't necessarily know what the other person's going to say. I feel that to allow yourself to look at a new relationship like a child again, to continue doing that, to continue being excited, optimistic, and open about a relationship. And if you're looking for a new relationship, I would give the same advice. Nines are about completion. So it's kind of like you've already put in so much work, but I think it's saying continue to put in that work, continue to be a student of love, continue to work at it because it is working for you. I think these cards are all saying that love is on your side and that it is really fully time for you to allow people to understand where you're coming from in a heart's perspective. And yeah, Libra, you're doing all right. I think this is a good month for you for love. Just keep working at it because yeah, everything's going to work out okay. So I hope you enjoyed my Libra reading for the month of February or Valentine's Day. And I will talk to you most likely next month. If you want to subscribe, please do. It's right here, there's a little button. Share this with your friends, family, other Libra, Libra rising, or Leo moon. Otherwise, I'll see you next month. Take care.